Hi everyone and welcome back. It is Sunday, 15th of January. We're going to talk about destiny and fate, fated events, destined happenings, fated happenings throughout your life, throughout your lifetime, and the illusion of free will, because free will is most definitely an illusion. Now, those of you that have been with me since I started the first channel, it could be in the podcast, and it was a video or podcast, and I titled it Predetermination. And this was years ago, 5 years ago, 6 years ago. And I was talking about predetermination and that things are predetermined. Now, those of you that have been with me since that time period, you remember that podcast? That's very good. Those of you that have been with me during that time period, and we were going through all the karmic energy, and I was talking about karma and Saturn, which is what I've spoke about the entire time I've been public. You remember that also you all are out of that energetic vibration of the karmic energy. You're in the energetic vibration of what is destined, what is fated, predetermination. Now, let's look at free will. Free will is when you have, and you talk about things like free will. We're not just talking about the spiritual attributes, components of free will. We're also talking about the cosmos, divine order, and divine orchestration, the universe, like that. Now, when I speak of the universe, and you all will hear me say the universe a lot when I first started, and then I would say when I'm speaking about Saturn. Now, the universe is greater than Saturn. Saturn is an energetic body that is a part of the universe, that is a part of the grand scheme of things. Now, when you look at the order of the universe, scientifically, you know that there is a predetermination, a divine order to it. So that lets us know, with us being energetically connected to it, and there's a predetermined divine order. Predetermination, meaning that we know that every year fall is going to cycle in. We know that summer is going to cycle in. We know that winter is going to cycle in. We know that spring is going to cycle in. We know that the sun is going to set, the sun is going to rise. That's predetermination. We are energetically connected physically, some more than others, to what happens on earth. What is predetermined here energetically, physically, at an atomic level, we are connected to it. So when we talk about actions and we talk about karma and Saturn ruling the third dimensional state of consciousness, everybody having a Saturn return. Now, it would be about the past, Saturn ruling the past actions, things that have happened on earth in your past. So past lifetimes, cycles of lifetimes, because Saturn is an organic energy, just like on earth, the trees, and the grass, things are organic. Okay, you're energetically connected to earth, you're physically connected to earth to a certain extent, so it will rule those cycles of life. Saturn, the energy is recycled. Scientifically, our energy is recycled. Now, we don't just go by science, we're able to do the math also. So now, because we always want to compare our theory with what is found out that is new. So you just can't say the science says this, the science says that. You have to be able to back it up by doing the math that corresponds with what you're stating, like that. Now, and be able to do the math that corresponds with what science has stated, and showing that you understand it fully, and you can add your own components of it based on universal experience, and we're not off topic. Doesn't mean that everybody has had the same experience, but it means that enough people have had the same experience where we could say that, okay, this is a real life true experience. Now, when you look at quantum physics and predetermination, that is most definitely corresponds with the illusion of free will. Now we're going to go back to what I was stating about cycles. Now, so with past lives and energy on earth energy is recycled. Earth, it doesn't have anything to do with that. So, but energy is recycled. Your energy, you're connected to the energetic vibration of earth, and also of the cosmos. Now, you're connected to other energetic vibrations also that are outside of Earth, but that is a different, that will be a different video like that. So when you look at cycles in time, see, we're going to get too much. When you look at cycles in time, when you look at past life cycles, time periods you had on Earth, and you look at how time functions in the ethers also on Earth, you will understand how you're connected to predetermination also. Now, and what is predetermined? It going with time, quantum time, also Earth time, and also other time periods that are associated with other worldly, universal energetic bodies. So that's a lot to take in. Now, but it could be easily explainable like that. I could explain it with the math first, then I'll be able to better put it in the wording, as opposed to putting it in the wording and then, so that's what it would be. So when we look at it, and a lot of people don't like to think that that free will is an illusion, because people like to feel that they're in control of their life, and they are to a certain extent. You have enough. That's where karmic energy could come in. Okay, you've had enough freedom of choice in past lifetimes, in a multitude of incarnations. You all can remember on the last channel I talked about the correction age, and I stated that we are in the correction age energetically. So you had enough, so we could talk, and I talked about last incarnations like that. People are already now won't be incarnated during that time period when I was talking about correction age, last incarnations. Okay, these energetic bodies, souls, won't be incarnated, but they'll continue to appear on Earth like that. Is that how that happens? We're not just talking about the spiritual. We're talking about mathematical equations that could that state how it happens like that. Now, that explain how it happens. Now, and that obviously won't be with everybody. So also it would be where so when you're talking about people like have the feeling that they have control of their life, and they do to a certain extent. Now, because you have control of your life, even if you're talking about the mundane, well, it's not actually mundane. If you talk about your day-to-day 3D state of consciousness, like getting up and going to work and being a part of society, and taking part in your marriage, taking part in your family, taking part at your job, taking part with like how you take care of yourself, how you care for yourself. You do have free will, but there are guidelines and rules that dictate how that should happen like that. Okay, now that's the same thing with energy. Okay, there is, you have a certain amount, and if you go outside of that, what people could look at as day-to-day living, if you go outside of that, there are what you could look at as consequence. So it lets you know that you don't have as much control as you think you do. You have the control to act, but you don't have the control to avoid the consequence. So that lets you know that you don't have the control. That's not predetermination. That's just the laws of physics. That lets you know energetically we have the laws of physics. But then in your life exchanges, because we have energetic laws of physics, you will also have laws that govern your interactions. Everything is interconnected like that. Okay. Now, so you all don't have to agree with this like that, but spiritually it lines itself up, and scientifically it lines itself up. Okay, so now, or your angelic karma would not be saying it. Okay, now, so is where, but these are things I've always said over the years. So people like to think, so illusion, control is an illusion. Like people feel that because they have the freedom to choose what appears to be a freedom of choice, that's the illusion of appearance, that means that they're in control No, because then you wouldn't have the consequences for your choices and actions. You wouldn't have what we call karma, or you wouldn't have what is called the laws of cause and effect, like that. Which the laws of cause and effect are in alignment with the laws of the cosmos that go outside of the laws of physics, but are also incorporated with the laws of physics. Because there's a lot of cosmetic laws like that in every energetic body that is a part of the universe, has its own laws of physics. So also the energetic life forms would be associated with different laws of behavior or interaction or karma or cause and effect, like that. Now that's calculated by being able to calculate different space-time energetic bodies in the cosmos. That would be quantum mechanics, like that, being able to calculate that, and you could calculate the laws of physics for those cosmos. You could calculate the laws of cause and effects for those cosmos, like that. I'm going to make videos on that also. Now, so people like to feel that they have the freedom of choice. Well, the freedom of choice has been there more than it is now for some energetic bodies, meaning that they've already made the choice, they already walked the walk, they've already walked the path, and that's when they would have been in the correction age. I coined an age the correction age because that's the message that I got that it was. That means that they would have been in the correction age, which is a karmic veil energetically, like that, and it will be going through the processes at a subconscious energetic level of what those freedom of choice, quotation marks, brings back to you. They would have been clearing that energy. Now, after that, they go into predetermination, what people call destiny and fate, but it's really predetermined. Is they're out of the correction age. So you all that started with me back then, I was talking about the correction age. You're out of that time period. You're in the predetermined energy. Now, let's talk about predetermined energy. We're not going to talk about Saturn too much. We're going to leave Buzzkill alone a bit. Now, so that's what I call Saturn. I was looking out the window here, but that's what I call Saturn. Okay. So with predetermination, it will be about, and if you all want me to make videos like this on each thing that I've mentioned here and just talking about that specific thing, I will just send an email to yourangelic@gmail.com requesting that, and I'll make a video, or I'll make a podcast about just speaking about that one area that I've spoke about, and I'll speak about it scientifically and spiritually because I know both of them. I stated in the community section, I don't know how somebody would not know it. If you're spiritual, you would naturally know science, like that. You'll naturally know physics, most specifically, naturally, innately. Okay, that's what spiritual means, connected to all that is and knowing about it at a very detailed level, with Saturn riding you back, like that. Okay, now, because Saturn is, and I'm off the subject again, Saturn is, remember, and I joke about Saturn's energy a lot. In my work has always been about Saturn, like that. Okay, because you don't choose it, Burke. It chooses you. It corresponds with your energy. You know how people would joke about their grandparents telling them stories about how they walked up the hill in the snow, up the mountain in the snow, like, okay, but there was a bus that they could have called, and they were barefoot. Okay, Saturn is like that with spirituality. If you know spirituality, you're going to know the cosmos also. You're going to know every detail about it. And I have Saturn in Gemini also. Okay, so you're going to know everything. Okay, it's because Saturn makes you do it the long way. Okay, now, so innately you would know it. You would have many lifetimes of knowing it, like that. So now, so it's about, you all have gone into the energy of predetermination. Predetermination can have a feel that is similar to a karmic, and not really. Not really. And I want to mention this because this is what's coming to me. Just how people talk about, what do they call it? And I never talk about this because I knew what it was. What do they call it? What do they call it when they are It's not the cause and effect. It's a form of manifesting, and they call it. I never talk about it because I know what it meant, and it kind of relates to what I was speaking about a feeling that there's an element of control there. It's not alchemy. It would be, because alchemy, it signifies something different, even though these are similar. Energetically, alchemy is the spiritual scientific connotations of alchemy signifies something different. What are they? The law of attraction is the same thing as the illusion. Now, the laws of attraction is when you're trying to attract something to you that you should not have. And you are under illusion because it's working that you get, or do it, or you can get it, or you're supposed to have it. But then there's a karmic, because everything that comes around goes around like that. So it would the karmic consequence, the karmic repercussions of law of attraction. Law of attraction is different than alchemy, even though they sound similar. There are different undertones. There's a different scientific element to it. There's a different spiritual element to it. When you combine the two, it's quite different. Alchemy doesn't have that consequence like that. Alchemy is bringing into you what corresponds with what is predetermined. And the alchemy only will come in that time period, because predetermination goes along with time of the cosmos. Not only the earth is a minuscule fraction of the cosmos. It goes with the divine timing alignment. Now, divine timing goes with the universe like that, and everything that is in it. All that is, all that has ever been like that. Now, this is coded at an atomic level like that. And predetermination is also coded in there. That's why with alchemy, it's only working because of time. With law of attraction, that's something else. Law of attraction, you could be attracting something to you that belongs to somebody else. There's karmic consequences. You're tampering with, and you feel that you have and I feel like I made a video about this in the past, and you feel that you have the power to do it, or you've had the power, this delusion of free will. It's usually when people, they have the mentality that there is no divine order, or there is no, and if you want to take divine out of it, they can feel that there is no cosmotic order. Maybe they don't believe in science. Maybe they don't believe in spirituality. Maybe they don't believe in the combining of the two, and that one functions within the other. Like that. So with alchemy, it's different. Alchemy is different than law of attraction. Now, so let's talk about predetermination. We're going to go ahead because I get into depth with each of those segments. Now, with predetermination, I stated that it can kind of feel like karma, but not really. And the reason that it feels that way is because when things are predetermined, and I mentioned in the last video that with free will, sometimes your free will is the finding fault in a path because it's not the right path. The path is predetermined. It's divinely orchestrated. It's destined and fated. That's predetermination. Okay. Now, and that happens because of quantum mechanics. So it. So it would be where, and that can't be shifted. And if you go into a law of attraction energy, if you shifted something, you disturb something a bit, and you'll have that backlash. That karma, that time period, in all the cosmos will eventually, mathematically, do the math, determining which cosmos is going to come back from, and that's when it's going to get you. Like that. So, now, it would be, and that's what we can say, well, lesson or that, because divine orchestration, predetermination, quantum mechanics, like that. Okay, all of that is the same thing. Now, so when you look at predetermination, the only way, because you ought to have been with me since this time period 7 long years ago that I first started, you'll be out of that karmic energy, and it was heavy. Like that. We were in the awakenings, like that. I was stating my message that our souls go through evolution. This is when 3D and 9D meets, the third dimensional state of consciousness and nine-dimensional state of consciousness, and everything in between, like that. Now, and being able to mathematically configure everything in between and what was going to come from it. Now, so when it's those restrictions can feel similar, predetermination, destiny and fate, what is destined and fated to play out, to happen as path. It can feel restrictive. You'll be able to tell that it's not karmic. I'm not talking to you all that are on a karmic path, okay? I'm talking to you all that have been with me from the first channel. You'll be able to tell, because that karmic energy is over, it's concluded itself. You'll be able to tell the difference, feel the difference, the way the predetermined restriction will come into your life. It will be quite different, because the predetermination is like that wiggle room of free will. It's like, why can't I? Why can't it? Because you're being guided. It's predetermined. It's destined and fated. And your power within it, your illusion of power within that framework, is seeing it and saying, that's not it. You're being guided. It's predetermined. It's destined and fated. You're being guided to it. I don't know what it is. Whatever it is. Like that. Okay. Now, ain't that illusion of free will? Because you could say, this is it. Like that. Okay. Because that illusion of free will is actually a support to that predetermination, to what is called destiny and fate. Because you can't go but there to the destiny and fate. You and destiny and fate meet one another. Why? Because you're energetically connected to the cosmos. It's a pull, it towards you, you towards it. And your illusion of free will is, okay, I could go this, I could go that. But no, you can't go this way, and you can't go that way. Because this way or that way will fall through. You will find fault in it. Or if you say, this is it, and then everything won't line up cosmotically, okay, because the door is closed, because there's destiny and fate at play. You should know it's not karma, because it won't, so you would know if you've been in karma energy, okay. It would be different. You're in a different energetic vibration. You're in a it could be that the energetic body, the soul, is in a quantum capsule. They could be encapsulated in a time space that is equivalent to that of a quantum springboard, is what I'm getting. It's like not quantum walking, not quantum jumping. It's a quantum springboard, because whatever is coming towards you, it will be springing from a multitude of timelines. As you are trying to go here, and you're trying to go to you're being sprung back. So it would associate how the energy is coming towards you and where it's coming from in the cosmos. It will be springing Okay, and your energy is springing from, okay, I can't go, so I can't go, you're springing back. Okay, you're not really getting a karmic consequence. You're getting a not even being able, you're bouncing back from the path, and the energy is springing towards you energetically. That is the destiny and fate, what is predetermined, is springing its way towards you like that. Now, when you energetically get in alignment, when your mentality associates itself with what is predetermined, destiny, and fated, you start going out of a bounce back into alignment. No, and this is happening quickly. You're not spending any time anywhere. It's like, oh, it's closed. You're not even going in the path. Okay. Oh, no. Okay. You're not even going in it. Okay. We're not talking about karmic walks. Okay. Okay. Like that. When your mentality gets energetically connected with the when your mentality gets energetically with the predetermination, what is destined and fated for you, it'll be the same time period that what the destiny and fate is, what is predetermined, is coming towards you. Also, is out of that springboard energy. You work in cohesion with the energy that is coming towards you, with the energies that you are connected to, despite what the energies are. It'll come on a smoother sailing. It'll start to smooth sail as you energetically start to give up the illusion of control or power. And that's when you're working in sync with being a part of the cosmos like that. And that is a indicator of powerlessness, which is his greatest power, like that. Powerlessness, which is his greatest power, because you become one. Not with the universe itself. You'll become one with wherever this predetermination, this destiny and fate is coming from, like that. The destiny and fate doesn't come from the universe itself. It comes from different energetic bodies that are associated with the universe. Okay, where it comes from, it has to be calculated like that, and it can be calculated where it comes from in the ethers energetically. What it's associated with, like that. Who the soul is, the energy that they carry. What laws of physics that soul innately, energetically carries, that is associated with those parts of the cosmos, those parts of the universe. It becomes uniquely about you, like that. Okay, now, it's not a universal. It becomes like that. That's why how you energetically respond to that destiny and fate, predetermination, and you being, okay, how you energetically respond to it, that's why it's so uniquely, it is also how it depends on where it's coming from. The laws of physics there, the laws of time there, and you're energetically responding in cohesion with it. You're working with the energy. It's springboarding into you. You're working in cohesion. When it comes out of that gravitational pull, now, when it comes out of that gravitational pull, when it comes out of wherever it's coming from in the ethers, and it starts on that smooth sailing, you're connected. You're connected. You two start that at the same time. You can't control it. You can't make it happen. It's you two are working together. You and it, like that. And in many cases, it's not coming from one place in the universe. It can be coming from a multitude. That's what could cause that's what could kind of cause the energy to feel like, that's what it could give. That's what gives the energy its feel, like that. That's what gives the energy its feel. It's not just coming from one place. It's coming from a multitude of places, like that. So, you know, and is not from the universe itself. That's all that is. It's just coming from energetic bodies within the universe, like that. Remember when I started stating that, even when I was talking about Saturn and past lives and how we're creating the future, I would state that Saturn's present is future, Saturn's future is present. And I stated that, well, the energies are taken from past lives and they're creating the future with that. They're taking the positive from past sides, and that's because Saturn is organic. Saturn is organic. Like that. It's like your granddad out there tilling the soil when he can go to the supermarket and just buy the fruit. Saturn is the long, hard way. Like that. So Saturn is organic. So it would be... it would be about... So it would be about that. It would be about pulling from past sides the positive and creating the future with that. And the energy when you're in karma, so that, you know what that denotes scientifically and spiritually also, that there's nothing in front of you. And everything that is in front of you, there's nothing and everything in front of you. Everything that is in front of you, you've energetically created it. Your energy of the consciousness that you're in and how you respond to that consciousness is what has created the future that is in front of you. And there is no future. I would state this in the past. Present is future. Future is present. It's very paradoxical. It's very... and it's not just words and saying it. It's the science that can back it up. And the spirituality. And not just science that you read. Is you being able to do the mathematical equations that go with it and add your own part to it. Based on experience. Based on what you already know innately. And based on what is. It is very deep. It's very deep like that. Okay. So... that's what is being done. Now, I don't know how many souls this is regarding, because you would know where you are and what's happening with you. I don't know what you're feeling. I don't know what you're thinking. I don't know what your path has been. I don't know like that. There are different types of souls that on earth. All souls are not connected universally. Like that. The souls I'm speaking to, as I stated years ago, is like there are no more incarnations. Last incarnations, like that, it would be, and that's fascinating how you talk about the energetic molding. Energetic molding to Saturn's third dimensional state of consciousness, while simultaneously being connected to the third dimensional and ninth dimensional states of consciousness and everything in between. And that's why this can happen. So it's very, is very normal. It's very normal and very detailed about how things work and how things happen. It's very normal. It's very what should be expected, how this should be happening. It's like, it's very normal. Okay, that's what it is. Okay, everyone, if you want me to talk about any of those segments, one by one, giving more information and just focus on that specific topic, send me an email what you want me to speak on, and I can put it in a podcast or I can do it on a video in the future. Okay, everyone, until next time, thanks for watching. Bye.